There's no reward to being the best people pleaser. In my early 20s, I did not know that saying no is a must have skill for everybody. I did not know that developing the habit of saying no is an important skill. In my early 20s, I used to think that saying yes is the best thing to do. In my early 20s, I used to think that always saying yes to people is the habit or is the act of being a good person. Until later on, where I found out that saying yes can hurt you. Saying yes always can disturb your mental health. Saying yes always can invade your privacy. Saying yes always can deprive you of your confidence, of your self-worth, of your self-esteem, of your happiness even. One of the dangers of always saying yes to people is that your boundaries will never be respected. In my early 20s, because I always say yes, even when I say no, my boundaries are not respected. Even when I say no, my no is not respected. I found out later on that saying no is a skill, is a weapon, is a shield, is a protection even, especially for a woman. I wished in my early 20s I had communicated my no's as loud as I'm saying my yes. Like I should have said no more often than I say yes. And don't just think that saying no is only accorded to strangers and people you're not familiar with. In fact, saying no should start from your family, because I realize that saying no is a habit that you should start from your family, because you can never be able to say yes often. You can never be able to satisfy everybody. You can never be able to prioritize yourself and prioritize someone else and still respect your boundaries. Saying no to family is very necessary. Saying no to family is something that will make you to be disciplined and be able to learn the skill of saying no to strangers, or when you find yourself in the outside world, because the danger of not saying no even to family is that when you're outside, when you're faced with situations that you cannot deal, when your boundaries are being trampled upon, when your boundaries are not respected, when your privacy is being invaded, you will not have the courage to say no, because you are used to saying yes even to family and friends. So it will be very difficult for you to start saying no. So with family, set respectable and necessary boundaries by saying no. If you are asked to do something that you know that you cannot do, say no. If you know that this thing that you're going to do for someone is going to put you in danger, if it's going to put you in a difficult situation, say no. Voice out that no. Don't put it in yourself. Don't hide it. Don't shut up. Say no when you know that your yes is going to hurt you, because you are important to yourself first before your family or before any other person. This is something that I learned late. This is something that I still struggle with, but I've come a long way. And in my late 20s, I have started developing the habit of saying no, because I know that it's a skill set that is very, very important in this our world for an adult, because it's going to save you, it's going to be a shield to you, it's going to protect you in this world, because there's no reward to being the best people pleaser. Because sometimes if you are used to always pleasing people, you're not going to even be productive for yourself. You're not going to be good to them as they will want. That people that you're trying to please, you're not going to please them forever. You're not going to please them. They are never going to be satisfied with whatever it is that you're giving them or you're doing to them. And to yourself, you are not giving yourself the best. You're not focusing on yourself. You're not being productive with yourself. You're not loving yourself. So you're depriving your priorities. You're depriving yourself a lot of things by prioritizing others, you're never going to live a good life. You're going to live a pretentious life. You're going to live a fake life. You're going to live a life in hiding. You're going to live a lie. That's just the truth. So if you are in your early 20s or in your late 20s or even early 30s, and you realize that you are a people pleaser, you do things to please others, you don't prioritize yourself, start learning to say no where no is necessary. Don't always say yes. Start by saying no. No is difficult. It's just no, but it's very, very difficult to say. It's very, very difficult to say, but it's dangerous if you do not say it. Most times it's dangerous if we do not say it where it is necessary, because always saying yes can deprive you of your privacy, can deprive you of your boundaries. Your boundaries will not be respected. You will be faced with situations where you'll be in a difficult situations, and it will affect your mental well-being. It will affect your self-esteem even. So as an adult, try to learn the skill of saying no, because even if it is a job, you can never do all the job you are asked to do. You can never please everybody. If it is in a relationship and you realize that there are things that you cannot take, make sure you communicated that no, because if you pretend and feel like you're going to take this and later on you started showing that you cannot take it, or it started affecting you, it's going to affect the relationship overall. So in today's video, because I'm doing a 29 days video challenge to celebrate my upcoming 29th birthday, I am talking about learning the skill of saying no in your personal life, in your professional life, in your career, in your well-being, in your health. Always try to learn and say no where saying no is necessary. If you feel like you're going to live like, if you believe that you will always say yes, then you'll be in a very difficult situation and you live a pretentious life. You live a lie. You live a life where you are not productive yourself, where you are hurting yourself and even hurting the people that are close to you. I hope this video speaks to someone. If you like my content, please subscribe to my channel, and thank you for watching my video. Bye bye.